Hello, everybody. This is Val.
This is how we do it.
Hello, my beautiful people. This is Val and Willie.
Good morning to you all.
With This Is How You Do It, I am sitting out here in front of the dentist's office for me this time. I'm going to get my teeth cleaned, and that's why your girl looking so beautiful this morning.
Because I don't have any to clean, you all. No teeth to clean.
He will soon.
I'm waiting on mine to come in the mail.
When he drop them in a glass and let this plop, flop. That'd say flop, flop, fizz, fizz. No, that's for relief.
Lord, them words. She better not put that in my glass, my teeth. Y'all will hear from me. Won't be nothing nice.
Well, we just got a few minutes, and I thought I would come on and holler at y'all this morning. I was just finna look at the time. Who they for?
Happy and healthy.
Oh, yeah, that's for your new card, huh?
No. It's a reward card. United Healthcare. On your recent United Health house call visit.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's right.
And it's ready to use. I don't know how much on it, but I want everything.
Put this on. Oh, let me go on in for sign in, y'all. What time is it, baby? You
couldn't tell you. I cut it off.
It's not top light time.
7:34. You can't go.
I don't have to be in there till 8 o'clock. And I do not want to go early. You hear me? Because they have you sitting there and just sitting there and just sitting there. You would think they were going to get you and say, come on in. But they go about appointments.
$15 on there. Ain't that something? You hear me?
13.
15.
15.
Damn, you right there?
Okay.
Visa card. It'll be hard time money. Sure will. Car users and fees. Please see the overcharge users and fees for there with your card. If your card includes a notice to activation, is required.
This the one that had the grass on it, y'all. We ain't talking about nothing. Let me get off this thing. Well, people, I'm back, and we're through teeth cleaning. That's all they did, a teeth cleaning. And we're finna go back to the house.
Yeah.
Well, let's say we're gonna get some gas first.
She went that way, but I agree. Everybody else to get some gas.
Huh?
Well, everybody else take to the Exxon to get some gas.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that be no different, but it sure lasts longer.
I know you say that.
They do. They don't run out as quick. Ain't no Exxon on this side.
I don't remember seeing that over here.
Okay, well. I go on up Oak Street. Before I got over there. If it is, I wouldn't swear to it being Exxon though. Tell you the truth.
Not a real one, no way.
No.
Y'all didn't know they have off-brand gas stations here.
Generic
gas stations here in Alabama.
They say they got them everywhere. They say they say they're Shell, Exxon, but they don't be that.
And some still have, I don't know if they be dipping from the bottom of the tank or what. They have a little
when
water
the
in
tank
them.
getting low. They don't keep stuff that keep the moisture down. You get water in your gas tank.
And then they sputter.
And it makes your car.
Yeah. So if we have to get something from a place like that, which we try not to, we have to put gas treatment in it. One time we got some gas and we just drove probably to the next parking lot and the truck cut off. Wouldn't start. And then we messed around. We ended up putting some gas treatment in and then baby.
Yeah.
And then it went on and did what it needed to do. It was acting all crazy. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I thought we was stranded.
Montgomery, west side. Look at that.
Yeah, they painted a mural, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This that route to the March route, ain't no?
Yeah.
They come down this way?
Yeah,
they sure do. And then they gonna turn down here at this corner. Let me turn the camera around so they can see. We going down the
Oak Street.
Oak Street, which is the Civil Rights March trail. Oh, you missed the mural back there. They painted something back there, graffiti-like thing, but it's not really graffiti. An artist did it on the one of the walls back there.
On the wall of the building.
Mm-hmm. Now you get a chance to see some of the old houses. When I was telling you about them old houses when we cut the grass at, I had to think about it. Those houses are over hundreds of years old.
Yep.
Because they older than me. They older than my mom. My mom has passed and she's over 80 when she passed. She was 83. So all them houses are way over 100 years old. Probably 200 or 300 years old. Who knows? And these right here are ancient. They were here when I was a little girl. My mom was a little girl. I saw was it Michael Jackson over here? No, that's not the right place. We're not on that street. That's Loveless School. I used to.
Right there. Where's your right there?
I say that's Loveless right there. You're not turning right there, are you? Going straight. Okay.
That's why the Civil Rights Trail go that way.
The Civil Rights Trail turn here, but we continually going. But all the houses are old, and the people that were older that moved out, and their children didn't stay on this side of town, or didn't keep up the taxes or whatever. And the city took them. And when kids move away, they don't see nothing good in Alabama, so they move away and don't want to come back. And some of them don't want to live on this side of town, so they run to another side of town. And these places get taken. I don't know what the kind of bus that is. It's supposed to be the city bus, but our buses didn't used to look like that.
That's a hybrid.
Oh, that's a hybrid. Okay.
That's a city bus, yeah.
That shotgun house is what you're looking at now. That's a shotgun store right there. Them old stores where they make plenty of money out the neighborhood. Those stores were normally owned by black people. I don't know who own them now. They probably closed. That store looked closed. Didn't it look closed to you?
Mm-hmm.
They call them the candy store when we were growing up. But they had everything. They had pickles, candy, chips, all kind of little stuff like that. Frozen cups. They sold it to the children when they get out of school. And the children never called the store the name of the store. They always called it the candy store. Because it didn't really have real food in it. Like stuff you go home and cook. This is how close we are to downtown, and we're not too far from our property either. Will is not going to go downtown. He's going to this Chevron gas station right here. Town is really like, you can spit at it from here.
You been over there?
Yep. They don't know where you're pointing at. Cause we're not, wait a minute, let me turn you back around. Show them where you're pointing at, baby.
Straight ahead.
Well, a lot of good that did, huh?
Straight ahead, down there about 3 streets. You be downtown Montgomery.
Yeah, 3 streets downtown Montgomery. Ain't nothing to look at.
Nothing.
They think it is, but it ain't.
You got your car out?
Okay, I'll take it. You okay?
Yeah.
Here.
That's one. Thank you.
Okay, baby. Next trip.
probably belongs to the city.
Yeah, that would be considered an old mansion right there. That's if the streets and stuff hadn't taken care of all the land around it. It'd been back on some land. And then you drive up to it, and that's what it would look like.
Jerry was telling me one of the guys that won the lawsuit, Nate, in the city. And Diane told him he couldn't draw a lawsuit and get a retirement too. I said, that's bullshit. You better get him a lawyer.
Yeah.
That lawsuit ain't got shit to do with the retirement.
Right.
Yeah, what I told him, I said, he'd be a big damn fool. Let him take the money. He crazy.
And that's another big house there, y'all.
Oh, I ain't know you were talking on the phone.
I was just showing the people how big the houses are on this side of town, but the people were considered on the poor side of town. But you can't find a big house like this on the other side of town. That was a house too.
You know, these apartment down. You already closed.
I'm not showing that side of the street. It's just tilted one way. And I did want to say, those houses have high ceilings. We didn't have a ladder nowhere to reach those to the top of those ceilings. And that vent that we was talking about, the air conditioner fan, it was in the attic. They all had attics too, so the air came out the attic. That's an old house there that's been shut down too. Yeah, that's something like a bay window wall. The whole thing is like a bay window. Now it's turned on the opposite. They ain't gonna see them big houses on that side. So. But here's one too. I used to go over this house all the time when I was little. I had a little friend stay there. All those houses were so big. Everybody had a big house. Big old rooms, the rooms so big. And the rooms they have now in the house is here. I mean, on the when people wanted to get from this side of town and go to the other side of town and get a house, the rooms are so small compared to where you come from.
Look all right.
We just looking over here to see how the grass look. Well, it still looks good. It's only been a week. You can go up in there and turn around.
I'm going to turn right out here. Okay. I'm going to turn around the main street.
Look at all these houses, baby. Sometimes I think, look at these houses was really, really big. Should you pay several $100,000 to live in a house this big? Maybe even more, like a $700,000. If it was on the right side of town.
Yeah.
On this side of town, they'll say $20,000. That's why when we went to California and they had them houses talking about all the money them people pay for, I say, you what? That little bit of house for all that money?
When I was a young
just
boy,
thought it wasn't worth it.
that house right there belonged to my aunt. When I was a young boy.
He's talking about this beige house here.
My aunt used to live there when I was a little boy.
Now this is the street I grew up on, and they had a lot of houses like this.
This is West Jeff Davis.
This is West Jeff Davis. Everybody we knew had a big house like this, with balconies and stuff. And most of them were two-story houses. Big old rooms and big foyers.
Now we're going down South Court.
Yeah, this South Court Street. I forgot to even say too, my mom didn't drive. We had a driver. So I was just thinking, shoot, I can't afford a driver or a maid, so we weren't as bad as I thought we were.
You got a driver. Don't pay him not one dime, y'all. Don't pay him nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Say, let's go here. That's all it takes. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to drive. One of my cousins used to stay there.
I just reach my hand and I'm just must be exercising.
Yeah, you exercising. I used to go to this school we coming up to. It's called Lanier High
What is it
School.
called?
The Castle.
What do they call it? What name is it?
Right here, y'all. Slow down, baby.
It's Lanier. It look like a castle, like a dungeon.
Turn up in there. Oh, you
Well,
can't.
get them there now past it.
You can go this way.
You can't go in the wrong
That's
way.
right. It's a one way. That dog it, Willie. We call that the castle, and it was a castle. Some people say they in the bottom of the castle they still had chains in there where they had slaves at, and some kids say it was haunted. But let me try. Some children said the school was haunted. And you know what? I think I went downstairs in that basement part maybe once. I didn't go. I don't know what the deal was, but I don't think too many kids went down there, and they didn't have classes down there either. And everybody called Cindy Lanier the castle. And we were the marching poets, baby. Baby, break it down to the minute. Wasn't it, baby? The baddest band in the land.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. See, he went to JD.
Jefferson Davis High.
And his band was a white band.
No, it wasn't all white.
Muslim. And they stood straight doing like this when they walked. And our band just broke it all the way down and went...
That's why they was already broke down.
And them boys be throwing that thing like that. Willie, baby.
I didn't deal with them, y'all.
No, they was rival. That was a rival school.
They was some messy folks because they had a dungeon in their school. They thought everybody needed one.
The football team
they
told Willie team out the frame, baby. They bust them over every time.
That's not true either, man. Y'all ain't won that no every time.
When did y'all win, baby?
A lot of times.
You think
I
so?
know.
That must have been the year you were there. Willie is much older than me, by the way.
No, you're not, y'all.
He's 5 years older than me. So when I went to the castle, Willie was not there at Jeff Davis. He didn't go to the castle, but he was not at Jeff Davis. By the time I went to the castle, we were tearing his school out the frame, hanging. Just whooping them down, beating them down. The band was tearing them up, baby. And the football team was thumping on them. The wrestling team was, they beat them down.
They ain't did nothing. Tell the kids, how come they fought every time? Because y'all couldn't win, so you wanted to fight.
There were a lot of fights.
I know it was. Y'all couldn't beat them in regular, so you wanted to fight.
Y'all wanted to fight. Okay, tell them that every time you went to school, being one of the black kids at the school, you had to fight.
They had nothing to do with the football team. Nothing.
Tell them what happened to you every time you went to school.
You had to fight to get into school and go to lunch in the school and get out of school to go home every day.
That's because
the police officer had an office in the school.
Prejudice.
They didn't want to integrate the school.
Prejudice. That's why he had to fight going to school, fight leaving the school, fight going to lunch.
They won't let our bus go up in the parking lot and unload. We had to unload on the street.
So you best believe if Lanier, our school, went up there and played a game with them and they act any kind of way, they got tore out the frame by the football team.
Lanier got their ass whooped.
No, they didn't. No, they
yes,
didn't.
ma'am. The football team whooped me and got whooped leaving the stadium.
We beat them.
The Marching Hornets.
Hey, the Marching
Hornets. No, honey.
Now you talking about Alabama State there.
The Marching Volunteers.
See, he a volunteer.
Yeah.
And we were
we volunteered to whip ass.
And we was poets. We may whoop your tail and preach at you at the same time.
We volunteered to whip ass, y'all.
No, they didn't.
We volunteered to do it.
Those people were a little weak on everything.
And whipped ass every game. When they won a few, they thought it was hot stuff.
They stomped them in the ground. Y'all didn't do that. You know JD ain't win no fights over no Lanier.
That's not true, bro.
How? When the football team stomped them in the band did too.
I don't know what you're trying to say, bro. Y'all wasn't near one of all that, right?
Child, the best there ever been. When it came to high school.
No, it wasn't. Carver was
it ain't now. Now Carver was our rival too. Carver was another black school.
Carver was the best ever been.
We had to battle the bands because it was down the street. It was down the street. And
Carver was the best ever been.
No, they wasn't. That's why he keeps saying that, trying to aggravate me. It was Lanier.
Nope.
Lanier was the baddest band in the land.
Lanier
Carver would walk down the street and they would battle on the sidewalks. Boy, and they would be doing that thing, bouncing back and forth. They would actually meet each other and have a battle.
Oh, JD didn't whoop out of them. Carver picked it up and beat the rest out of them.
No, they did. Carver and Lanier band together against JD.
No, they didn't. No, they did not. No.
When Carver went to Jefferson Davis and whooped their tail, we rooted for Carver.
Y'all rooted for him, but they ain't pulling no gavel.
That's pulling together.
Lanier couldn't pull for nobody.
We pulled for them so we can beat them.
They sure ain't pull for y'all.
So if Carver beat JD, we got a chance to whoop Carver.
You know it wasn't gonna happen.
It happened.
Right.
Couldn't nobody mess with Lanier. Y'all need to pull the archives out and read.
You see what them boys got beat down to the ground. Almost every other week. Wop, dip, dip, bop.
Ow. See, that time there was no guns and shooting. That was just fists.
Yeah, they wear their ass out. And call for some more. You got anybody else you want me to try? They're like cartoons that beat them down.
But actually,
they'll go on with the doggone trumpet dragging the ground. But
actually, we beat them with music and whooped their tail on the ball field.
Yeah.
We broke them down.
They won a few games, y'all, and they ain't beat up with nothing.
Well, they know
we wore Lanier out when I was in school.
No, that ain't happening.
She was in school when I wasn't no. Lanier ain't had nothing.
Lanier didn't start losing.
That been so far back to Lanier.
Lanier didn't start losing games or battle of the bands until after Tonya left.
When Valerie went to Lanier, there wasn't no such thing as a band.
Valerie, it was good.
I said Valerie. I ain't saying about no Valerie.
I was in the ROTC. I went in the band.
Yeah, they ain't had no band there so long ago.
They had.
Bands had never been invented. Look at a little short film with your pants. That's why I come down to me. See that black man right there? Right there.
Oh, I see it. That's all he got.
Shit up there. Yeah.
Okay.
He put that shit up, somebody take it.
Baby, come on now. You think
all they gotta do is pull it up and walk with it just stuck in the ground?
And they can walk with that for real though. If somebody wanted to, that's so crazy.
I bet you that's how he got it.
You think he just got it stuck in the ground? They got to cement in the ground.
Calvin.
Call it names, baby.
Just sitting there.
Wow.
Somebody gave it to him and he just sit it right there.
That what you think?
Man, I wouldn't have put that out there. And that's all I had too, ain't no way.
There ain't even a whole. No, it
even
don't
go
cover
to the
none.
No, it's ridiculous.
I ain't show the folks. We'll want to put nobody on Front Street.
I might have taken it, but it would have never got put up there. Till I got some more. That's a shame. And it's wrought iron, too.
Yeah, but it's little.
It's short. It's about 4 feet tall.
And it ain't that long.
No, it might be 6 feet long, 4
6
feet tall.
feet. And what can you cover with that?
Nothing. Can't keep none out of you. A dog jump over that. A little dog.
Squeeze between the two.
Yep. I'd been embarrassed to put that up on my plate.
Well, maybe he working on getting some more.
Yeah, why you should've waited till he got it?
Well, y'all, this is Willie talking about folks and Val.
Talking about folks.
This is how you do it. Showing y'all how to talk about folks.
That's what she do, though.
And smile while you're doing it.
Yeah, mercy. Not to me. Yeah, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Thank y'all for letting the commercials play. I appreciate it.
Meet to the pizza now, y'all.
Yes, I was just thinking about that.
No,
I didn't
wouldn't.
even tell you that that's
No,
what I was
she
going to
wouldn't.
do, but
No,
I was
she
thinking
wouldn't.
about doing that and taking my half
No, she wouldn't.
and put some onions and peppers on my
No,
half.
she wouldn't. She ain't got no half, y'all.
We cook a whole pizza and we cut it in half.
I mean the
We cut it in
whole thing.
halves. But I put peppers and onions on half of it. Because Willie don't do peppers and onions.
Yeah. Going home and eat the pizza. Y'all see where she get ideas from that, don't you?
What ideas?
From the man. What these?
So you decide all this.
Yeah, rotisserie chicken, spaghetti, noodles. I decided that yesterday. I decided that fettuccine flavor. I didn't decide that.
I made some Alfredo.
Yeah.
Spaghetti Alfredo, whatever. And it didn't. The Alfredo sauce is not flavorful. And it need to be doctored up. It needs seasoning in the Alfredo sauce. Because you put it on the noodles, it's just bland. You need to throw some seasoning in on that stuff. Well, y'all, we gonna get off this thing. Willie yawning. And driving.
Willie haven't eaten anything this morning, y'all.
It's still early, y'all.
He's hungry enough to chew nails and spit out
After
staples.
10, we start went downtown.
Willie hungry enough to chew nails and spit out staples, y'all.
I know when you're supposed to be mad enough to chew nails and spit out staples.
I said hungry.
I know.
I had to take her to the dentist though to get her motors checked on.
So I can eat some pizza.
Yeah. So I go back home and eat something now.
Okay, y'all. We're almost to the house now. You can look through the windows and see.
We back at the Limousine City. Where all the big houses at, the mansions.
Ain't no mansions out here.
Back where all the rich folks live.
What you call this?
Plenty
back
grass.
then?
Plenty grass.
Plenty grass.
Plenty of grass.
Plenty grass. Okay. I'm
What
just
you call it
saying.
back when?
When you was growing up. That's where I
Same thing you call
come.
it now.
I'm just saying, what kind of neighborhood is this?
Same thing here now.
There ain't no side or nothing? Like,
Side.
yeah, well, I came from west side.
We don't believe in that kind of crap. That name in a little area, be careful with it. Killing about no west
They
side,
call it
east side,
Dry
north
Pond.
side. Wherever side we go to, we take over. That's why Lanier couldn't touch us.
He had to be bused to his school.
Had me bus school and went and took over
I walked to my school.
and got beat down.
So I belong where I was going. I don't know what he was doing.
That's what they said, go, so I belong.
They didn't treat him like he belonged there.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was asleep. I ain't see you.
How you doing? How y'all doing?
Better more not good something. How about yourself?
Man, trying to get these last few days over with down here working these cows.
Okay, y'all.
I thought y'all was
We'll
taking
see
cows
you
today.
guys.
They got it down there at Sam's Whole Club.
Oh,
Talking to us
It's like a
cowboys.
7-day deal.
yeah, y'all
What
taking
about that?
cows.
Nah, we was working.
Oh.
Give you that subscribe
Okay.
and like button and everything, but
Ooh, you sure will wait.